What's good, YouTube? Back today on a video. This video is going to be part 2 on how America is falling. Last video we did something different. We talking about certain things and certain situations that made our country fall. A lot of these things that I spoke about in the last video, a lot of people do not understand, or they try to hide some of the things that I, came and brought to you in the last video. If you want to know all about that, y'all got to watch the first video on how America is falling. That was part 1. This is part 2. I'm going to close it out saying why America is falling. Before we left off, we were talking about how America got rich. And to explain my background, I'm very qualified to talk about this topic. I'm just not a person that just went to high school, read a couple of videos. Me, myself, I have 3 degrees, 1 certification. I studied for 7 years of college. Came out with a master's degree. I would have got my doctorate, but I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I said, you know what, a master's is enough. Didn't get a master's from a rinky-dink school, online school. I had went to in-person big universities, Northern Illinois University and Eastern Illinois University. Both of those schools are public. They're not private. They're not online. They're not, if you pay this amount of money, then we give you a master's. Or if you say that you had this amount of, work history, we're going to give you your master's. No, I studied. I understand that, a lot of people try to, stereotype certain people, and that is not for all people. It's only a certain amount of people, a little tiny amount of people who's like that. Everybody else is just like me, educated and has the background and has the knowledge to talk about a lot of important situations that a lot of people in America talk about. Actually, if you want to be honest, I believe it's only around 20% of people that have bachelor's degrees in this country. All the rest of them are high school and lower. Just to let y'all know that. But I know y'all want to go with the narrative and think that everybody's smart and everybody has these Harvard degrees and, everybody went to college. It's about 20% of Americans. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about part 2 of how America is falling. Also, fellas and women, y'all have to realize that we're not just talking about men and women when it comes to this channel. I talk about men and women to inform y'all of how distinct that men and women have gotten, especially women have gotten. So, without getting all into that, let's get into the topic. Okay. America was founded on 2 principles: how America became great, how America became a huge commodity when it comes to the world. A little background on America. America was owned by Indians, and then it was owned by the French, and it was owned by also Spain. When Spain ended up, I believe that we fought Spain for the land, and I believe that we paid them. We agreed to pay them a certain amount of money, also the French, and then that's how it became the United States. During that time when we became independent, how America made a lot of money, and that money is trickling out nowadays, is from slavery. I know they want to erase it from history. I know they don't want to talk about it. I know they don't want to say, okay, this is how we got rich, because, and this is how America got built. A lot of the colleges y'all go to, a lot of the White House, a lot of these huge monumental places were built by slaves. Was built by slaves. A lot of stuff was taken from slaves. Slaves were the ones who had to figure stuff out. Slaves were the ones that had to work. Basically, the people who were here, white people, had no knowledge or no work ethic. And now you're starting to see that the reason why this country is failing is because a lot of those things have ran out. The slavery money has ran out. And once you take that away and you have a nation that never really worked for anything, had a nation that didn't really understand how to do things, you come up with a nation that's going to fail, because now the money that y'all made from slavery, that was over, I don't know, when was slavery abolished? Y'all tell me. You have it from that time to have your money, and now to this day, that money's gone. That money's gone. That is how, one of the key things, how America got rich. Number two, how America got rich. This was around the time of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. 90s, it started to die out. That's when you started to see people start to wake up. And what I mean by people starting to wake up was America played a game on their citizens. Any real financial historian will tell you how America got rich and how their economy boosted was, number one, from slavery, and number two, playing their own, playing, not paying, playing like you are made a mockery of yourself, played their own people. What I mean by this was America played the middleman. What do I mean by America playing the middleman? What I mean by America playing the middleman is that America got rich, filthy rich, off y'all dollars. Big companies like the names I listed before: Circuit City, Sears, malls, these clothing stores. All these companies hid that the fact that they had made so much money and how we was booming as a country for about 50 to 60 years, from the 50s to the 60s until now, and sometimes you can even say the 40s, was because of America hiding the fact that they were getting all their goods from China. Let's talk about it. China sells goods for extremely low prices, and that's because they have a communist government. That's for another video. Nothing wrong with a communist government. That's for another video. But right now, what we're going to talk about is that America played y'all motherfucking asses. And how I can say this is because America made a killing off y'all. America was buying stuff from China, furniture. You see all these places, Ashley Furniture, Renown Place, all these huge furniture companies failing. You want to know why? Because of one thing that I can say, that it was bad for one occasion, it was good for another occasion. Social media. Social media, YouTube, Instagram shows us that fucking same couch that y'all bought for about $2,000, if you get it from China, it's about $200. This went on for about 70 years. This is how America became great. Because we did not understand, we did not have the connections to say, okay, how the fuck can we making all this money? It's because America was playing their own fucking people. They're never going to tell you this. And they still try to play you to this day, but you won't see that now. You will not see that now. You won't, because of the fact that people know that, wait a second, I understand that. How is this the same thing? How is this the same fabric? How is this the same couch? But when I buy from here, it's 4 to 5 times the price that it is made in China. And it says made in China. It doesn't say made in America. It says made in fucking China. Only thing they do is they bring it in. They say, smack that on 2,000 on that. Keep that 1,000 of that, the 1,200 of that, pay our worker, and then get that little money that's left over for the taxes. And then we're going to keep on doing that for 27 years. You will be great. It was fooling us. All these business owners was fooling us. Fooling us. Do you know that even Louis Vuitton, Gucci has stuff made in China? It's not made in London. A lot of it's not made in London. Some of it is, but a lot of it, the variety of it, is made in China. There is no different from a Gucci shirt from a fake Gucci shirt. It's made out of cotton. It's made out of the same materials. It may have a little rub on it. It may have a little design printed on it. There's no different. So what's the difference between because you have to have a scientist back there and try to make it and see, but the Chinese are so good you can't even, you can't change the difference. Back in the days you can sit right there and say, okay, no, that's fake. You cannot tell the fake from the real. Even back then you couldn't even tell the fake from the real because most of that stuff came from China. It was bad replicas and it was good replicas. So you paid all this money for what? You paid all that money and you basically got robbed. America owed your ass money for robbing your ass all these fucking years. Maybe for not my generation, but for all my past generation before me. I'm a millennial, and some of the millennials even got robbed. But now everybody's waking up, saying, this is why I say, this is why you have to pay attention. Pay attention to what I told you in the last video. Look at these fucking stores. Look at these fucking places. Car places. Jiffy Lubes. All these places. Midas. All these car places. You can figure out, man, all I gotta do is unscrew a screw. 2 screws to take off my shock. And this person gonna charge me almost $600 to do it. 2 screws and the shock costs $30. Do you see how America got rich? Because they hid the information from people. And social media, that's why I say it is a great thing, but at the same time, it is a bad thing. But more than likely, social media taught a lot of people, a lot of Americans, that your own country is robbing you. Your own country is robbing you. That's what I want to tell y'all. America got rich off, number one, slavery. That was 400 years of free labor. That is crazy. Anybody would get rich off 400. You just got a company. You got a huge ass company, and you telling me that ain't nobody got to pay nobody $1. All that money goes straight to you. And not only does it go straight to you, it keeps going and going and going and going like it's nothing. And you're gonna work. It's not even like you're working 9 to 5. No, you're gonna work 20 hours out of the day. 20 hours out of the day. That's going to break you in some big bucks. And you know, oh, I'm tired. I need these rights, and I only can work a 12-hour shift every 3 to 4. No. No rights. No rights. No. You do that or you die. They will never erase that. They did that. They did that. Number 2, like I said, they also sat back and played the middleman on their own people. Now you're starting to see all these companies close down. I wonder why. People started waking the fuck up. People started waking the fuck up and started noticing that we were getting fucking played this whole time. So, those are the two things how America got rich. Now, I know every time y'all vote, y'all think that this person is going to make, the country back, be out of debt, everything's going to be back to normal, we're going to get back as a country, and everything's going to be all right when we're getting that new president that we voted for. No. It don't matter who they put in there. It don't matter if they put a Chinese man, white man, black man, Asian man, Korean man, Jamaican man, Mexican man, Latino man, Cuban man. It doesn't matter what type of man it is. There is no making America great or making it back how they used to be with their economy. It is over. Let me tell you one more time. It is over. It will never be like that. I'm going to tell you one thing. How to get out of that. You need to find a country that is promising and building and get a citizenship there. Every American. Instead of y'all, no. You need to be getting dual citizenship somewhere. And I'm being serious, that's a motherfucking heart attack. Because I actually care about people. And I think that it don't matter what country you is. It don't matter what race you is. It doesn't matter what gender you is. It doesn't matter what type of person you are. I believe in Jesus Christ. I am a Christian. And I believe in treating people right and giving people the right advice. I'm not going to look out for anybody who's not the same. I mean, I'm not going to look out for anybody. I don't discriminate. Because at the end of the day, Christ did not tell me to discriminate against people. Even though they discriminate against my people, I still won't discriminate against anybody unless somebody says back and discriminates towards me. Unless you bring something to me, I have the right to defend myself. But y'all need to get a dual citizenship in some country. It may be a little wild, it may be out your comfort zone, but I'm telling you, if you are smart, you need to be pretty much planning your exit. Because it's going to get worse before it gets better, because it's going to spark a revolution, and it's going to spark something where the country is going to, it's going to be a lot of, pretty soon, people are not getting better. Like I said, the money is not building. It's slowing. The debt is going up and up. The debt is not going down any way, type of shape, form, or fashion. And when you have that, you have countries where, when countries do that, it's going to have a very effect on its people, where a lot of people are going to be homeless. A lot of people are going to be out on the soup kitchens. A lot of people are going to be starved. A lot of people are going to die. I'm not going to say that sugarcoat and tell you no bullshit. You look up history of your damn self. When countries are eventually starving, people die. People die. Just being real with you. But I want you to know this. Your country, every country fails. Remember the Roman Empire, like I said in the last video? Fail. All these great countries is going to fail. They all fail. Everything comes around. And that's because, I'll get to that later. Why it's like that. But y'all need to be in some dual citizenship. Maybe Russia, maybe China, maybe the UK, maybe Africa, maybe Brazil, maybe Japan. A country that's promising. Look at their financials, see if they're in any debt. See how much homeless people there are. That was that. Anyways, we are almost 20 minutes into the video, so I'm going to wrap this thing up right now. I want y'all to stay here This generation, y'all can stay here, make y'all money. Also, like I said, get your dual citizenship. Get your dual citizenship somewhere where you see it's promising. Also, you can take your money that you made here. You may make some decent money here for the last good job that there are. If you do have one of those jobs, take that money and go live somewhere. You can take that money and go live in China and live lavish. You can take that money, go live and take your retirement and bring it to Russia and then live lavish. You don't have to be here in the United States making and staying here and paying this, $100,000 for a house that it used to be 3 years ago, and now it's 400, 500,000. Yeah, we gonna sit back and not do that. We gonna take our stuff and move to another country, get our dual citizenship. So, some of the things that I also want to talk about is the reason why America failed as a country. One of the biggest things how America failed during its time was because of war. America don't know why stuck their nose in almost every war. Didn't need to. Sticking their nose in this war now. That's in Palestine and Israel, and it costs you money. It costs you money. It costs you money. The U.S. has a very big defense, and when it comes to army, they pay a lot of money into it. They pay a lot of money into science, into it, and it basically got us in a huge debt, and it's going to make our economy collapse because you have something called the United Nations, where there would probably never be a world war because how close knit everybody is. It is going to be some differences when you have countries, but it's never going to be like a World War I, World War II. It probably would be, but it has to be. It's going to be very drastic. I do believe that another war will come, and I don't think it's coming anytime soon because of how tight these nations are. We can still talk to China, we can still talk to Russia. It's not a beef like that, but it's a big budget into maintaining that big army that we have, and it costs us a lot of money. Just to send missiles to somebody or to shoot missiles off, probably that they inhabit in Israel and Palestine, it probably costs us over $1 billion just to send those ships over there. I mean, those airplanes over there and bomb Iran. Cost us a lot of money for what? For nothing. For nothing. I'm telling you, and it doesn't cost for all that. It really doesn't. What we all can learn from this YouTube, what we can learn from this is that, and this is how I see it, to be honest, I mean it's from the bottom of my heart, I don't give a fuck about any country. I don't give a fuck about any race of people. Only I give a fuck is that we are humans. We are, and the world would be a lot of better place if everybody took this concept. But people let their race get involved, then their country, and then their religion. But we all believe in God, and we believe that God made us all. So instead of being one, you have countries, races of people, religions of people who try to fight each other and kill each other because it's just evil. It will never go away. It'll always be evil in this world, always, until the day of judgment, until God, Jesus comes here to make everything straight and kill off all the wicked people. And it will never be peace on this earth. There will always be wars. People dying for no reason. People dying for money. People dying for land. For no reason. None of this shit means nothing. A lot of people who run that, who does that, are going to hell. Who's making those type of things, where you could have sit downs and talks. None of this shit means nothing. It really doesn't. So once y'all realize that and say, I don't give a fuck what anybody does. Only thing that matters is that we need to be kind to each other. We need to love each other. We need to help out each other. Everybody needs to be okay. There's nobody that needs to be bigger than the other person. And with that, I want y'all to take this video, share it, like it. Also, share and like the first one so people can get the first part of the video. And I'm King James, and I'm out.